It's been a very busy week for Elite Dangerous. There was an alleged hack on the game. Meanwhile, the servers were a bit up and down and a bit flaky over the weekend. And then there was the Core Dynamics community goal. And on top of that, we've got a little bit of insight on the new upcoming currency. This would make 3 currencies inside of Elite Dangerous. So let's start with the server problems and the alleged hack. Now, both of these are apparently 2 completely separate issues, although they did coincide with each other and apparently overlap. So, over the weekend, there were rumours going around, unconfirmed even now, that a player was going around the game causing massive problems. That somehow managed to get hold of what appeared to be admin controls, made themselves into things such as the Thargoids, and even got into other people's accounts and drained their credits. Now, there is conflicting reports on all of this, so it's still, even now, completely uncertain exactly what happened. The news itself broke fairly early on a wide scale when Commander McCann, a YouTuber, posted Elite Dangerous in Crisis, a video talking about the alleged hack itself. And around about the same time, there was a post on the AXI Discord. This is a massive player-run community, warning of the hack. The post was titled, "Elite Hacked, Brace for Possible Rollback." A hacker, whose name is known at this time, has managed to break into a series of administrative functions in Elite. In addition to personally causing havoc, he has reportedly renaming carriers, systems, and even impacting colonization efforts. He has also been posting the IP addresses of players in public system chat. If you choose to play this weekend, mind that any progress may be subject to a rollback. We also ask that you do not personally attack the hacker, let FDev justice run its course. Now, this message was also posted to the Elite Dangerous Reddit sub, to which Frontier community team did reply. They said, "We just wanted to jump in here and say that we are aware of the ongoing server issues and the team have been working hard to get things working again as they should. I'll share any further updates as soon as I can." Now, keep in mind, Frontier, neither the community team nor the company themselves have acknowledged or denied the claims about this hack, despite the fact that the community team posted exactly and precisely on the Reddit sub where this hack was discussed. They acknowledged the server issues, but didn't say one word in either direction about any potential hack. Although later the same day, they did post, "Greeting Commanders, the Elite Dangerous servers are once again available after today's outage. Thank you for your patience." Again, just a mention of the server issues which people were experiencing and not one mention about any hack. So what does that mean? Well, from my point of view, it means the whole thing is somewhat ambiguous. There's certainly, in my views, enough disruption here on the various different communities, whether these are on Reddit, YouTube, or Discord, that something certainly went on beyond just server issues, but beyond that, there doesn't appear to be too much in the way of solid evidence to prove anything in the way of a hack. Although that said, there have been some posts from the alleged hacker describing exactly what they did do and what they didn't do, but I guess we can only take that for what it is, just a post on the internet. Either way, let me know your thoughts and feelings about all of that in the comment section below. Do you have any more information on whether this was a hack or not? Did you actually see anything in game? Did you see anything that you consider evidence of various places on the internet? Or do you feel this is all a speculation? Now, as that aside, what we do know is that the community, that the game itself, did suffer from a variety of different server issues. These seem to be server stability issues and affected people jumping around in the game, connection issues, and that sort of thing. And Frontier were pretty quick to get on board with all of this and fix it, despite it being happening over a weekend. So I guess good news there on the fact that they were able to fix it. A bit of bad news in the sense that the issues even happened in the first place. In other news, the game was generally pretty busy over the weekend thanks to a new active community goal. This was called Core Dynamics Combat Initiative. The text says, to test the new Kestrel's combat capabilities, Core Dynamics has called for independent pilots to help test the new fighter in combat situations in and around Jamuta. I'm not sure if I pronounced that system name correctly there. Now, on the face of it, that paragraph would probably incline you to believe that you can freely test out the Kestrel Mark II if you get involved with this community goal. Unfortunately, despite the community text giving you that impression, that isn't actually the case. So yeah, that is a bit misleading and certainly not in the best way. Either way, the idea here is that pilots can support this initiative by first signing up at the Polakov station and then complete any combat missions accepted from any station's mission boards within this system or within a 15 light-year range of the system. To contribute, combat missions must be completed and handed in at the mission board. So what was making this particular community goal so popular is that if you do it, pilots who register at least one contribution will be receiving the following rewards, and there's some pretty decent rewards here, but only if you've got the Kestrel Mark II, which is the brand new ship you would have to purchase for ARX at the moment, for that's real world money. But the reward is a Kestrel Mark II Vapor White paint job, and a core dynamics decal, and some credits depending on the success tier that you actually achieve through getting involved in this community goal. Now, if you do have access to the new Kestrel Mark II, it is a pretty decent combat ship. It's a small ship, far more powerful apparently than all the other combat-focused small ships at the moment. And, well, there's a little bit of a mixed opinion on this. A lot of people that have the ship have really enjoyed it. Other people feel it is kind of throwing the balance of the old ships completely out of whack. Because, yeah, why would you want the old ships when you can have this brand new ship which completely outperforms the older ships in all ways that actually matter and always that actually count? So yeah, if you do have the ship, then you might want to be getting involved in this community goal, because a free paint job is not really something you might want to turn down. This is a pretty neat reward. And elsewhere we come to a little bit of information about the new upcoming currency. Now, when the next major update arrives, this one's called Operations. This will allow you to get involved in on-foot combat inside of mega ships. This is a new feature. In essence, I guess we could look at it as a form of combined arms, because you can also take on these missions inside a ship. Some of these missions will be purely ship focus only, so you'll be flying around in your ship, getting involved in whatever the activity is, or you'll be able to deploy inside a mega ship and do your combat there. But some of the missions will be multi-staged, meaning you might start off in your spaceship and then do the next stage of the mission inside the mega ship. You'd have to dock up and then deploy on foot. So what's new about all of this? Well, beyond what I've just said, is that a second or a third currency will be deployed inside the game. You'll be taking on these operations-based missions, and one of the rewards will be a new type of currency. What might these currencies be for, you might ask? Well, it turns out that you'll be able to buy new types of things. They'll be usable to purchase modules with unique effects, mods for on-foot weapons, mods for on-foot armor, as well as additional items and more. These aren't specifically labelled, so we don't know quite what those extra things would be just yet. Either way, we know that the new currency will be needed to actually obtain them. Now, here's the interesting piece of additional information. With the new Kestrel update that arrived just recently, this additional currency is now visible in-game. You can see it here. It's stacked between the player's arc balance and your regular credits balance. The currency itself doesn't have a name just yet, but it is signified by a red symbol, and this looks like very much like the F logo on the Frontline Solutions. Frontline Solutions, of course, being where you go to pick up on-foot activities and the space stations, the Odyssey-related content. So it looks like Frontier are laying the groundwork for this currency already. Some of the code is apparently in the game already, although we don't yet know exactly how much of this you're going to need or what it's going to be actually applied to. But, you know, I'm very curious to see whether these modules and these new items are going to be different to what we have in the game already. Are they going to be something completely different, or are they just going to be improved versions of what we've already got? And that really begs the third question, that if they are different or if they are better, then how many people are going to have to be forced into the operations content to upgrade their ship, their on-foot weapons or armor, in order to gain these specific modules and items, as opposed to the regular activities we'll do to get the same? And of course, the very cynical part of me, this is only a very small little voice nagging in the back of my head because I've got absolutely no reason to think this is going to be true, actually makes me wonder whether or not this could potentially lead into another microtransaction currency to buy in-game modules. But we'll have to see on that one, because like I say, that's just me being very cynical. Either way, do let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comment section below about all of this, because I'd love to hear from you. I will be checking those comments out. So that brings us to the end of this video. Thanks for watching it all the way through. There is another one on the screen if you want to watch that. Do take care, and I'll catch you next time.